I just seen a study, and I'm not gonna lie, ChatGPT randomly gave me this study saying 1 in 5 young people are faking it till they make it, trying to look successful until they really are. I don't know how true that is. Didn't even want to fact check it, just wanted to talk about it in general, whether it's true or not, but just faking it till you make it. But the truth is, I mean, you can do either or, but why are you faking it is what I want to know. Like, and I've been a part of the fake it till you make it game. Not too much. I've had like ups and downs. There would be times where I try to fake it till I make it, and then times where I don't really feel like participating. It's not really a game I want to play. But I know a lot of people do that, and at the end of the day, it always comes back to just validation, right? Everybody wants validation, but if you are playing the fake it till you make it game, like let me know in the comment box below, like why are you doing it? Because sometimes it doesn't have to be about validation, because you can fake it till you make it anywhere. You can do it in sports. You can kind of try to appear confident, even if you think you're not that good. Or you can do it in the workforce. You know, you can try and dress up and button up and suit and tie, even if that's not really what you want to do. You know, you're faking it. Like if that's not what you want to do naturally, then you are faking it, whether you made it or you're not. Even if you did make it, whatever you consider making it, if you're doing something that you don't want to do, but you wake up and do it anyway for some sort of gain or something that you think you will gain, you are faking it. So even if you have money, but you appear a certain way to make more money, which is fine, but you hate doing that in order to make more money, but you do it because it makes more money, you're still faking it in a way. So there's people faking it until they make it, and there's people that made it that are still faking it. You know what I mean? But if we're gonna bring it back into finances, I would say, you know, you don't have to participate in the game. Like right now, I'm in Miami, and it's so funny because Miami is so backwards to me compared to back home where I used to live in New Jersey. And I didn't live anywhere crazy in like a city area in New Jersey, but just like the culture being in New York or New Jersey, it's just like Miami is so different. Like nobody here to me. You have flexers, but there's not that many people that are like really flexing. I think everyone here really kind of has money to the point where it's so normal that no one cares to impress each other. Everybody I see is walking around with a t-shirt, some shorts, and some like flat slide type shoes. And a lot of the girls are just in like gym, yoga clothes. And then if you go into the inner city, like Brickell area and stuff, they're more dressed up and polished, but there's nothing that really stands out. Know what I mean? They can just get a fit from H&M and it'll look good, or wherever. Like you can't really tell who's really wearing what. Maybe they got a nice watch on. If you're in the watches, you'll know, okay, that person has money. That watch is regular, whatever. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I met people out here who make a lot of money and their outfits have been the most basic outfits yet. Know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you don't really have to fake it until you make it. I know people say, oh, nah, don't be yourself. You can't be yourself. Know what I mean? At the end of the day, you kind of can. You can look up to date. Now, how I feel about finances, I feel like finances are kind of overplayed today in 2025, where nobody really knows how much you make. I know the big thing was, oh, 6 figures and you're a high value man, and like women would be like, okay, I want a man who makes at least 6 figures, but no one can really see what's inside of your bank account. If you move the right way and you make 60K a year, like people can believe you make 100K a year depending on how you move. If you manage your finances correctly, depending on how you move as a person, nobody will ever know. Honestly, like who's really digging inside of your guys' bank account trying to see if there's 6 figures inside of it or how much you make monthly? Like, I don't know. Unless y'all are doing that, I don't show anybody my bank account. Nobody would know. You can go and eat at 2 lavish 5-star restaurants, and then people might just assume you got money because you got a button up on and you ate at a 5-star restaurant and posted it. But it really doesn't cost that much to participate in luxury. I'm missing the word. It doesn't really cost too much to participate in like luxury. We'll just say activities, yeah. So like going out to eat, like you can afford to go eat at a high-end restaurant, especially if you're single. If you have a family and stuff, I know things get tricky and it's different, but like you can go do that every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Every month. If you're into fitness, a lot of fitness guys like me, I'm eating very strategically throughout the week anyway, where if I was filthy rich, I still wouldn't eat five-star restaurants every day anyway. Like, I'm not going to Mastro Steakhouse Monday through Friday. It's just not happening. I don't care if I had millions upon millions of dollars. I'm still going to stick to my eating schedule, which I go grocery shopping, I meal prep, and pretty much most people can do that. It's not like, it's more affordable than eating steakhouses every night. So it's kind of like, I don't know what lifestyle people are comparing themselves to, where they can actually look at somebody and just be, okay, they make six figures, they make this, unless you're married and have a joint bank account. But it's like, no one really knows what you make, so you don't really have to fake it, is what I'm trying to say at the end of the day. Like, there's guys out here who make a lot of money who they're not like, they don't have like luxury outfits and high-end outfits on. Like, they really have it though. They don't have to fake it when it comes to finances, but it's just like, you would never know. Versus the guy who does have high-end clothes on and might be driving a nice car, he has it too. There's just two archetypes where it's kind of like, you couldn't tell who was faking it in the first place, because it all comes down to what type of person you are at the end of the day, which is why I stopped participating in it, because I started to realize, well, there's people that look rich that are rich, and then I started to realize there's people that don't look rich that are filthy rich. So it's kind of like, what am I even really doing? I don't have to look any sort of way. I'm just going to wear what I actually like. I'm going to wear what clothes I want to wear. I'm going to wear what clothes I actually like. If I like it, I'm going to get it. As simple as that. If I want to eat that food, I'm going to eat it. I'm not trying to appear or come off a certain way for other people. Like, that's weird. And a lot of the people who I've met that I met out here who make a lot of money, we do regular activities. Like, every once in a while, we go to a high-end restaurant, but it's like, for the most part, like, we just do regular stuff. Like, nobody's living to impress anybody else. So it's like, the people who don't have it are trying to impress people that do have it, and the people that do have it, they're kind of like living like the people who don't have it, if that makes any sense. Like, if that makes sense, if y'all get what I'm saying. So it's kind of like reversed. It's like, you're trying to get somewhere, and then when you get there, you realize these people kind of live like you in a way. Now, do they do more luxury activities and have a different lifestyle at the end of the day? Of course. Like, if they want to go to a NBA game, front row seats, they can do it back to back to back if they really like basketball. You know what I mean? They can drive fancy cars if they really like driving fancy cars, if they really like cars. But, like, you're trying to appear a certain way for other people, and you're doing things that you probably don't even really want to do, or that you don't care for. You know what I mean? One day you might just want chicken from the local store, but you want to appear a certain way for the gram or some people you just met in your environment, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna try and go spend this money that I really don't have at the steakhouse to fit in with you guys. Just sit out for the night. Who cares? Like, no one cares. And if they do care, they're not really your friends anyway. And most people who really rock with you, they'll switch the location to somewhere where everyone can go. Like, no, it's not that big of a deal. Sure, I was at one earring. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. So it's just like, don't fake it till you make it. Make sure you're taking care of your finances. Make sure you're managing your finances, you're budgeting, and you're putting yourself in the best position possible. Do not play with your life. Make sure you're preparing for the future, locking in on your vision, as I always say, but don't get thrown off course trying to live for other people. I know I'm young, and there's going to be older people who might beg to differ or might agree, but I'm not trying to act like I know it all, but you will regret it 20, 30 years from now, even if you do become rich, because it's just like you were doing it for other people is the main problem. People who most likely didn't care if you had it or not, and people who didn't care about you at all. Like, do what's best for you. Like, I'm not fitting in with anybody out here. Somebody's doing something that I don't want to do, I'm just not going. Like, I don't care. Like, there's certain things I'm not interested in that other people are, and that's cool. I'm glad they are. Like, be interested in what you like. But if I don't like it, I'm not going. I'm not trying to appear a certain way or look a certain way for some sort of validation from others. You know what I mean? Now, once again, I'm not mad at the people who want to play the game in order for some benefit for their life. Like, I'm going to go to a car show because I can network with other people and it can lead to a business deal. Go do it. Play chess, but at least you know you're playing chess for something that's going to benefit your position at the end of the day. I'm okay with that. I'll never be against that, right? Because that might put you in a better position for yourself if you can leverage these other people at these car shows at the end of the day. But if you're just doing it to appear some sort of way for Instagram or some people that you met, or you just want your family to feel some certain way about you, you're going about it the wrong way. You might not want to do that. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're putting yourself in the best position possible. You don't have to fake it till you make it. You know, if you want to play chess, like what I just said about the car shows, I look at that as more as like playing chess. Saying go crazy, because it's gonna benefit you at the end of the day if that's the plan you have for yourself. I'm all for that. Why would I go against that? If you're just out here trying to fit in with the Joneses just to do it for no damn reason, it's gonna come back to bite you most likely. So don't do it. Rock out, run your own race, surround yourself by people who really rock with you, because they won't put you in positions that you shouldn't be in anyway, and they'll understand what you can do and can't do, and they'll root for you to even, just build your own life up so you can get to that point, whatever it is. But surrounding yourself by good people that really have your best interests will get you farther in life. I promise you. People will be your biggest downfall. You're living for them. You're trying to manage relationships that are throwing you off. They come with headaches. It comes with people pleasing because they're trying to keep everybody happy. It comes with envy if you start growing and they don't. People will be your biggest downfall if you don't surround yourself with the right people. If you do surround yourself with the right people, you won't feel any need to try and fit in and whatever it's called, live above your needs anyway, because it wouldn't matter. As long as we together and we're doing this activity together, whether it costs a lot or a little bit, that's all that matters, because we just want to spend time with people who have our best interests and care about us, and vice versa. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want. I'm not forcing you to. Be on the lookout for more videos. Hit a comment if you got anything to say. I'll be on the lookout for those, and see you guys in the next one.